Hi my Virgos, how are you? This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot, bringing you your general reading for October. I know it's a bit late, sorry guys, but the good thing about it is that because we are close to the end of October, you can already look in retrospect and see how these energies have played out for you in specific areas of your life, okay? And because we are so close to the end of October, I'll also be pulling in some of the beginning of November's energies, okay? So yes, so this is a general reading. I'll start off with the summary of astrological summary, followed by the tarot reading. So if one of you could please timestamp or put the time, the exact time that the tarot reading starts in the comments so that everyone can see it, because not everybody wants to listen to the astrological portion of this video. And also, after the tarot reading, I will pull a couple of oracle spirit cards and then conclude with a little affirmation, okay? So Virgos, thank you all so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate you. We're going to get straight into the reading, okay? So, or into the astrological part of it anyway. So now, you know, we have Venus retrograde from the 5th of October to November the 16th. However, the rules apply to the pre and post shadow phases, okay? So you should be feeling this energy from the end of September to the beginning of this end of November, beginning of December. So as you know, Venus is a planet of love, of beauty, of relationships, of your feelings, and even of your money, okay? So this planet is retrograde. Now it's retrograde in your 3rd and 2nd houses, Virgo. So your 3rd house is your 3rd house of communication, contracts, that type of thing. And your 2nd house is your personal house of money. All right. So also, just talking about Venus retrograde just in general, this is a time for a lot of people where old flames may resurface, okay? Or you run into someone you haven't seen in a long time, or an ex may come back into your life, okay? And some of you may also meet new people within this time frame, but for that category of you, you really do need to be careful, because when Venus goes direct, you may not feel the same way as you did when you first met that person within this, I don't know, 3-month cycle. Yeah, 2-month cycle, okay? Because some information about the person may have been obscured. You know, they may have seemed like the queen's bee's knees and the next best thing since sliced bread, okay? However, when you start to delve and dig beneath the surface, everything may not be as it appears. So by all means, go out, go see where it goes, have a good time, but observe, okay? Hold on, let me just reset my timer. Because this Venus retrograde, especially also along with the full moon that we're having in Taurus on the 24th, this is really, I've got everything propped up here, sorry. This is really a time that you will be, we will be evaluating our feelings, you know, what we like, what we don't like, what things, situations, or people trigger certain feelings within ourselves. But instead of just unconsciously projecting, now we're being more aware to see where those triggers are coming from and why. So Venus retrograde really is more about being introspective, okay? and just looking at how you feel, you know, how certain things, people, your work, your money, whatever, how it makes you feel, and what do you want to change, okay, with regard to those things, people, relationships, job, whatever, with regard to your feelings, and also asking yourself, why do I feel this way in this situation or with this person? What's going on with me? Okay, so Venus retrograde is a good time for healing relationships, for reevaluating your own inner world. It's really about going within with a Venus retrograde. Some of you may also be thinking about your image, the way you present yourself to the world. Do you want to change your hairstyle, buy a new wardrobe? Now, this is a time to maybe think about those things, assess them, but this is not the time to actually go ahead and make that big change. Wait until Venus goes direct, okay? This is also not a good time to splurge on big ticket items, but it is a great time to look for bargains. Or if a bargain should cross your path, this is a good time to snap that up, okay? Okay, so as I said, your houses that are highlighted for you this month is your second house of personal income, and you have the new moon in Libra, which is also ruled by Venus, in your second house. So a new opportunity may present itself to you, or a new idea for a business that you may be looking at, evaluating, okay? And I think that you'll really be looking at how does this new opportunity make you feel with regard to how you'll be earning your income, or where this money is coming from. How does it make you feel? Okay. And also on the 10th of October, you had Mercury in your third house of communications. So you also, on the 24th, you had the Sun trining your third house. So this is going to be really a time from the second week of October. You really be doing a lot of talking, communicating, maybe on social media or emails, conferences, okay, talking and sharing information. You may even be teaching, okay, you might be meeting new people, all right. Yeah, so the middle to the end of the month, you really be doing a lot of communicating and relating with others, okay, Virgo. And then also on the 24th of the month, you have a full moon in Taurus, which resonates with Uranus in your 9th house. What that means is Taurus is your sister sign, earth sign, okay? So that's grounding. It's about what you value, what you love, your creature comforts. It's about beauty. It's about how you feel, okay? It's also about that feeling of prosperity, abundance, all right? So this is a lovely energy. It's grounding and it's tangible. It's not up there somewhere. It's been harnessed. It's harnessed energy, okay? And this resonates in your 9th house of, or is in your 9th house of foreign travel, foreign people, meeting people from different cultures, just travel in general, okay? Some of you may have written a book. You might publish it at this time. Some of you may have a thesis that you may publish, okay? And it's also about a trip and about travel. So with Uranus here, something here may happen out of the suddenly and out of the blue, okay? And like I said, so this this reading is late. So this was for October. So for some of you, this may have already transpired. It may have already happened for you, okay? Maybe the end of September through to the end of this month, even into the middle of November, okay? So so this is times that you will either be planning these things, or you'll actually be acting on them and carrying them out with regard to a trip, whether domestic or international. You might be dealing with people that are very different from you, from another culture, even maybe different age differences as well. Okay, some of you may be writing or publishing a book. Okay, and that bodes really well because you do have Mercury and the Sun. The Mercury in your house of communication, and the Sun is trine in your house of communication. For those of you that have anything to do with communication, studying, learning, teaching, writing, publishing, excellent time, excellent time. You're going to be doing a lot of communicating and planning about that, okay? Some of you may even be signing contracts or negotiating contracts, okay? Because in a Venus retrograde, it's not the best time to sign something new with regard to your income or money. However, Mercury is going retrograde when Venus goes direct, and that's also not a good time. So you've just got to use your intuition and do what you've got to do. You can't put everything off forever, but just be aware that if you do sign any contracts at this time, you do need to dot your I's, cross the T's, and do be ready that something may not be quite as what you thought it would have been at the time of signing the contract. Okay, Virgo? So okay, so that is your astrological portion. So I'm going to start the reading. Let's see what we have for Virgo. General reading, money, work, career, finances, family, relationships, okay, spirituality. Okay, these fell out. Ooh, okay. Ooh, someone is not messing around at all. The first two cards that popped out for you, Virgo, is a death card and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So some of you are going through a new chapter. Doors are closing on one area of your life and new doors are opening. You're going through a transition, a total transformation. And some of you have the Queen of Swords here. You are cutting out the clouds, the confusion and the bullshit with no uncertainty whatsoever. Okay, you want to go into this new transition, in this new phase of your life, unencumbered, and without any unnecessary baggage holding you back. So you're going to be tying up loose ends. So it seems as though you are prepared for this transition. Okay, so ooh, wow, you've got the King of Swords and you've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this is crossing you. So you're definitely going to be seeking and looking for solutions. You may even hire someone, a professional, maybe a tax professional, or something to do with insurance, an attorney, a doctor, something like that, to help you move into your new phase, okay? And to basically, so that you don't have anything ambiguous, hanging around, that's going to hinder. You want total clarity, everything needs to be above board. And however, with these two coming up to pretty much next to each other, I think you need to be careful to not go overboard, because these two in reverse can be very unscrupulous. So if this isn't you, Virgo, you need to be careful that you're not dealing with unscrupulous people. Okay. Oh, this just fell out. Oh, it's a lot though, it's a lot. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Let's see if that comes up again. My nail's broken here. It's hanging on by a thread, so I'm holding these cards very gingerly because I keep bouncing it. Okay. Some of you may be dealing with a Scorpio. You may be dealing with the Earth, air sign. Yeah, you're cutting Virgo. You're cutting something out of your life, big time. I mean, wow. Something is being cut out big time. But like I said, don't go overboard here because, or it could be that you're cutting out unscrupulous, what's that word? Disingenuous people. People that may be a little bit narcissistic, self-absorbed. Unscrupulous, you may be cutting them out, or they're being cut out around you. Okay? That's some serious energy right there. And I know from the Virgos, I know this is not Virgo energy. This is energy I believe that you're cutting out, or is being cut out, or there's people around you who are like this. Okay? You could be doing a lot of negotiating, deals and contracts, dealing with lawyers, contracts, because swords are air, it's communication. And you remember we were talking about your astrology. They said Mercury is going to be in your third house of communication, and Mercury rules communication, so there's going to be a lot of communication, talking, debate, negotiation going on here. Okay. I'm going to use these. I was just about to take this top one. Yeah, I was about to take this anyway. I'm going to put these back and see if they come out, because I'm getting a lot of negative cards, like there's a lot of maybe a lot of deception and manipulation around you, Virgo. I'm going to see if they come out again. Okay. Okay, in the past there may have been, I don't know, some separation, or I don't know, in your friendship circle maybe, or your people you network with, maybe at work. But it looks as though there may have been some falling out with friends, or someone, it's people in your social circle, at work, friends. There may have been some falling out in the past. Okay. Yeah, this one wanted to come up before too. Oh, there's a lot out of balance here. There is some you've nearly got the whole family of swords here in reverse, Virgo. Okay, with the Temperance in reverse. So there is a lot that is out of balance here with regard to, like I said, contracts, communications, It seems as though there is some news or some information or some data that's going to come in. Someone may deliver a very hard truth to you, and it may make you feel as though you were stabbed in the back. It might be a very painful truth or communication that you might hear, and it just throws things out of balance. Okay. There's a lot of air here. So Mercury is showing up here, but yeah, Mercury rules Virgo too, and but the Sun is trining your house of communication. So I don't understand why all these negative air energy is coming up here. But you know what? Maybe it came up because it needs to be cleared out. There is a death going to happen here. It's a transition, the death of the old. All of this confusion, cutthroat energy, it's coming to an end. Okay, and this is probably why it's surfacing now. And if this isn't happening in October, it may happen in November. Okay. I want to say this has to do with co-workers or in business. Okay. The Magician, that's in reversed as well. What the hell is going on here? There is definitely some manipulation. There is, so it's like it's nearly like there's an abuse of power that I'm seeing showing up here. Look, Virgos, you've got to, for whoever this is resonating with, please comment and let me know if any of this is resonating with you. It's nearly as though someone or some people around you are abusing their power. They're unscrupulous. Okay. You're going to hear about it though. You may have already heard about it and know who and what this pertains to. But I do believe this is at work, or it has something to do with some contract or some deal you've been negotiating, or business, career. I don't believe that this is a family issue at all. Okay. Yeah, this came up before and I put it back in the thing. So for some of you, this is really wearing you out. It's nearly as though there was a project that you started that, you know, really inspired and full of gusto, but it looks as though something here is about to peter out as this information comes to light. Okay. Yeah, be careful who you're negotiating any business deals with here. Take your time, especially with the Venus retrograde. By the beginning of December, all will be revealed, okay? From the middle of November to the beginning of December, if it hasn't already. In your environment, it's beautiful. You've got the beautiful home here. Your environment, you're happy, you're fulfilled. Your environment is positive, okay? So, like I said, I don't think this has to do with family, all right? I think this has to do with work. Oh, goodness, I haven't even confirmed the cards yet. It's 20 minutes. Okay, we gotta get this moving here. Has to do with some type of work, contract deal, contract negotiation. I don't think it has anything to do with taxes or money in the sense, because I'm not seeing any pentacle cards here yet. Okay, I think this is all debate and back and forth and Nearly so someone has their own agenda. Okay, this wanted to come out. Yeah, Virgo, take the blinders off. Okay, this is your fears. Your fears is that you have blinders on and you're not seeing things the way that they really are. Those are your fears. Okay, and you might be right. It might be time to take the blinders off and dig more deeply into what's going on around you here. Yeah, this definitely has some, it's Page of Pentacles. This definitely has something to do with a new job, a new business, a new career, a new contract that you're working on. Okay, it could even have something to do with school. If any of you are thinking about going back to school, studying or learning or teaching something new. Okay, yeah, this really lines up with your astrology. Okay, but all is not lost. Okay, but you can't just allow. I think what this is saying here to me is you need to use, you have to combat fire with fire. There's a lot of air energy here, cerebral, negotiating, strategy. There's all of this going on. Don't let anyone come in and just bulldoze you. Okay, you need to fight fire with fire and make sure you do your research. So if they come to you with anything, with, you know, you've got something to back it up and say, no, I don't think so. I did my research and what I found out was this. So what you're saying doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah. Take your blinders off. You've got to do the work, okay? You've got to really delve deep here. Do your research, crunch the numbers, speak to people who have been in this situation, who have dealt with these people before, or this employer or whoever, whatever this is, so that you can really get clarity. I do believe here you've got some shysters around you that's trying to paint something, a much pretty picture than what it is, and you may need to not to say you've got to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but don't allow someone to just come in and railroad you without you doing your due diligence, Virgo. Okay, because from here it looks as though you're as snug as what is it, as a bug in a rug, and you're so innocent and positive thinking and happy and thinking about the family and all the loving, the blessings in your life. That's great. But when you're doing business and you're doing business with people like this, you cannot go to the negotiating table with this you know, with this energy, Virgo. You have to put your thinking cap on and mine for data, get your information, find out whether these people are credible. I mean, if you don't have the time to do it, employ someone to do it for you, okay? Because I'm seeing some shysters here, I'm sorry, okay? All right? Yeah. You're not on the same page. They may make it seem as though you're on the same page and you're both gunning and planning for the same thing and the same end goal, but you're not. They have an agenda. I think they have some type of agenda here. Okay. Gosh, what am I gonna call this reading? Okay. I hope you can see all these cards. I want to confirm the death card. If this goes into two parts, I'm not going to do a second video because we're nearly finished here. I need to get on to the next reading, okay? So next I'm going to do your love reading, Virgo, for October, okay? Death. Why is a death card in the center of Virgo's reading? You're definitely going through a major transformational transition, okay? You may be dealing with a Scorpio, like I said. You may be dealing with another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a strategy. There's so much air in here. This is like someone or these people have a strategy. Okay, it's mind games. It's and they're unscrupulous. This isn't about a win-win situation. Okay, they just want what they want, and they'll play whatever mind game that they need to play to get what they want. Okay, so you've got this card that's come up twice. And the World, all three of these have come up. There might be some change. I don't know. There may be some people that you were involved with, Virgo. There may be some people you were involved with, okay? It's going to come to an end. You've got the Death and you have the World in reverse. And you have the Four of Swords. This is someone putting something to rest. They just want peace. Okay, and you have the Three of Cups in reverse, and you had it here. You had that twice, so that's a repeating message. There's someone in probably your work circle, your business circle. Someone you're doing business with, okay? If you were all friends or what have you, I do believe this friendship will come to an end because someone here is not being honest. So this big change is going to come. This big transformation has something to do with people you work with, a group of people you may work with, or someone that you had employed to help you. I don't know, it could be attorneys, it could be someone that you had employed to help you with something, okay? Or it's a group of people, a networking of people, or a group of friends, co-workers or business partners or something like that that you are involved with, that there's going to be a big transformation of that relationship. It may come to an end. I want to say most definitely it will come to an end because you've got the World in reverse and the Death, and you've got all these negative cards. I believe that maybe people that you may have recently trusted, I think you're going to find out, or my nail, you're going to find out or hear something about them, okay? Now, this card came up. I hadn't decided where I was going to put it. It's going to have something to do with some type of loss of money, some type of loss in maybe an investment you made or an investment that you intend to make. Okay. Where's the Magician in reverse? Where's the Magician in reverse? I don't think these cards need more confirming, to be quite honest with you. It's as clear as day here. I think it's some type of investment, business, co-workers, attorneys, contracts, deals, some type of negotiation. Okay, with this house coming up, for all I know, it could even have something to do with real estate, or with selling or buying a home, or investment properties, okay? And you saw me shuffle all the cameras online, right? On camera, so you know I didn't finagle any cards, all right? That's the only positive card I see in here. Oh, that and the Page of Pentacles. All the rest are awful. Okay. It's nearly as though someone, I feel as though you're going to find out someone betrayed you or was trying to betray you. Okay. Okay, so here's a victory. You remember I told you that whoever these people are, they don't have any concern with a win-win situation. They just want to win. They just want what they want at the expense of anyone else concerned. Okay, straight up shysty people, Virgo. I don't know who you've been dealing with. Okay, I'm not going to confirm any more of these. This is clear as day. Here we got confusion. There were too many choices, pulled in too many different directions. I think someone may have taken their eye off the ball here and didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't do their due diligence. Okay. So if this hasn't happened yet, Virgo, you have time to mitigate any losses. Okay. And protect yourself, protect your assets, protect your money, protect your investments, protect your home, whatever it is. Okay, do we still have time? So let me do an oracle card for you. I think we have a couple of minutes. I'd already shuffled these cards before, so I don't have to shuffle them too long. What message do you have? This is Sandra Ellen Taylor's oracle card, oracle energy card. There you go. All tied up, feeling trapped. You see here, there's someone here that feels trapped in this situation. They feel all tied up, but they're not really tied up. They're just tied up in their head. Mentally is keeping them trapped. Okay, let's see what the loving words of Jesus has to say for you. So here we have the cards, the loving words of Jesus from Doreen Ann Taylor. And please like, and those of you that haven't subscribed and you've been watching my videos for months, please subscribe and comment. Let me know if any of this happened for you or how it's resonating for you, okay? Have faith in God, okay? That is a word from Jesus you can meditate on. Have faith in God. Okay, that's lovely. So let me see if we have time to read the energy oracle message. We might get cut off, but if we get cut off, I'll say bye now. Okay, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed the reading. You do have time to turn this situation around. Even if it hasn't hit you yet, you definitely have time to move out of the way of this oncoming wreck. Okay, that's all I can say to that. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because this looks serious. You need to get out of the way of this. Okay, so this here is lack of motivation or sense of personal freedom. So this card is confirming this card that came up for you. Okay. This card shows a woman tied up with vines around her wrist, body and arms,